Louisiana Attorney General sues Roblox. What the f? Accusing the platform of failing to implement basic safety controls and making the site the, quote, perfect place for pedophiles. That might be true. That's possible. I don't know if that's true. I've heard people on the internet talk about it like it's true. Roblox CEO called on to resign after sending cease and desist letter to online, quote, predator hunter. YouTuber Schlep claims his investigations have led to 6 arrests of individuals attempting to groom minors in Roblox. Okay, look. That's good. So it leads to arrests. Does it lead to convictions? Because that's the important part. Arresting is relatively easy, right? Does it lead to convictions? That's the question. Here's the video. All right.
This video isn't going to be your typical video.
Oh, boy.
This video is actually a call for help, and I need everybody to share this video. The Roblox Corporation has sent a cease and desist letter to me, a 22-year-old, versus a multi-billion-dollar company, threats of litigation, because I catch predators.
Are we actually watching this? Listen, I know you think you're better than the topic, but this shit gets more people involved in politics than any bullshit-ass news story. Putin visiting Alaska is going to get as many people onboarded onto politics as, like, I don't know, like a 1/100th of this.
On their platform. Within the last year, me and my team...
Oh man, I'm a profitable Roblox developer, so this is trippy to see on a Voss stream. Get yourself an orange name, mother. Profitable Roblox developer, Jesus.
Gotten 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Almost all of them have admitted to doing this before to other Roblox users. Every account that I've owned on Roblox since I was 8 years old has been terminated. Accounts that we were actively talking to predators on have now been banned off of Roblox. What Roblox did could potentially stop some predators from facing real-life consequences. Not to mention that Roblox has made a very firm stance that I can no longer access the Roblox platform anymore, which I want to make clear at the start of this video. I will not be accessing Roblox in any capacity at this point further unless Roblox...
Well, I would like to know the details of the cease and desist. Can you explain to me, please?
Roblox says otherwise. This is pretty heartbreaking to me because I've been playing Roblox since I was a little kid. I've loved this platform. I still do. I met my current girlfriend who I've been dating for 3 years. I live with her. We first met all the way back in 2016 through Roblox. I love so much about this site, and that's why I'm so critical of it, because I want to see it do better. The stuff that they've sent me in the cease and desist letter is actually laughably hilarious. Roblox is actively claiming that I am hurting their players. Here's an email.
Just show me the letter, man.
Laughably hilarious. Roblox
stated intentions may be to protect children while recognizing the serious nature of online predatory behavior methods, including failing to immediately report suspicious activity to Roblox through proper channels or actively interfering with Roblox's established safety protocols and critically are exposing Roblox users to increased risk. That sounds pretty bullshit. So the likely explanation for why Roblox is banning this guy is because he is adding to the broad scrutiny that Roblox is unsafe for children. Yeah, it's a PR issue. They want to get rid of him because he's drawing attention to the fact that there are predators on Roblox, which of course there are. You can't ban a person for not using the report feature. I mean, I guess you can. You can do whatever you want, you know, but like that's not, like, even in real life, that's not really like a good precedent, you know, like arresting people or sending them to jail because they failed to report a crime, you know? Yeah, doesn't really work.
Roblox is actively claiming that I am hurting their players. Here's an email. I didn't ever plan on showcasing this in a video, but this is from a kid who is thanking me for getting someone he was groomed by arrested in real life. He said he recognized him from my video, and here's some cool fan art he made of me. Roblox is claiming that I'm engaging in simulated child endangerment conversations. What? So,
well, isn't that true? Because that's what you're doing to catch them, right? Isn't that their simulated child endangerment isn't that what you're doing?
One of the fundamental bases of predator catching is that you cannot talk sexually to predators. Predators are supposed to be the ones talking sexually to you. If you talk sexually to predators, like straight off the get-go, that's entrapment. That is literally what entrapment is.
That's not literally what entrapment is. If a person online thinks that you're a minor and they do that anyway, you talking sexually to them doesn't necessarily constitute entrapment legally because they're still responding, whatever.
Almost always play a naive kid who doesn't know anything about this stuff, so they teach us about this stuff. If you watch these videos, you know how the chats are going, and they're not even on Roblox. Most of the chat logs are on Discord, and they're accusing me of getting people off of platform onto different social media sites. I guess that's worth a cease and desist and an IP ban of every single account that I own. That's just crazy. I can't even fathom that. They also say sharing or soliciting personally identifiable information. I have no idea what they're referring to this. I would love to know what they're talking about. Are they referring to the fact that I give the information of the predators that we find to the police? Like, the people we're talking to are predators. Like, does Roblox understand that? I literally have no idea. If they thought something was genuinely...
It's really difficult to get any meaningful information off this video because this is a video constructed by a person who has spent their entire life on Roblox and in fact met their partner there. The cadence and the delivery of the information in this video is tailored to the interests of an audience that I am not a part of. Full legal cease and desist notice from Roblox to me. Roblox is committed to aggressively combating illegal and harmful conduct, including child exploitation, through dedicated, sophisticated method of safety professionals, advanced moderation systems, partnership with law enforcement agencies. For example, Roblox maintains direct communications channels with NC, MAC, and agencies like the FBI. The problem ultimately is that the only thing that Roblox cares about is making money, and any child protection systems that they implement that would compromise their bottom line profit-wise are unacceptable to them. Like, the fact that Roblox is a game platform that is designed for children, which it is, okay, and they are... like they have very few restrictions on interpersonal communication is absolutely wild. You know, there's a reason why in games like Club Penguin or Wizard 101 or Toontown or whatever, or even Hearthstone, you know, your ability to communicate with other people is really moderated and really limited, you know. But in Roblox, you can just go on and just like voice chat with people, which is crazy for a game that is meant to be like a playground for young people. Like, that is insane, you know? We used to take the idea of like a walled off child's game internet a lot more seriously, and now we just don't. We don't take that seriously at all anymore. Was that video that went viral like a month or so ago, talking about how there's no longer a playground on the internet? Everything is meant for everybody. Like, they can say Twitter or YouTube are for 13s and up or whatever, but like in practice, everyone uses the same internet, you know? They tried to make Roblox for dating too. I'm sure it would have made them a lot of money. Yeah, pretty sussy.
Wrong. They could have reached me out so easily. I think the most insulting thing is that they told me I'm not reporting people quick enough and I'm not reporting them through the right outlets. Tell me the right outlets. I have been trying to figure this out for like a year now. This here is Nepali Incel. This person actually made credible threats to the Las Vegas sphere in a Roblox game, and I saw this with my own two eyes. And the reason why it's a credible threat, it is because the FBI went ahead and arrested someone for making threats within that same game.
There's a whole world out there, ain't there? There's a whole goddamn world. This is like, we're the normies in a cyberpunk dystopia, and this is the cyberspace that netrunners are fighting on. We're just living our day-to-day, our everyday lives, walking around in meat space, and meanwhile there are Roblox hackers with their headsets dialed in, preventing terror attacks on real-life sites, preventing Nepali Incel from activating the sarin gas bombs on the ground floor of the Las Vegas Convention Center.
Moderation ticket about it, and I even actually made a report to the FBI about this. Where is the cease and desist letter for him? Where is the IP ban for him? Are you gonna ban all of this dude's accounts? Probably not. But back to the predator catching stuff, this is literally how it goes. We go to roblox.com/support, submit a moderation ticket, and then fill out the prompt with all the information regarding our arrest and give you guys the same Google Drive that we give to the cops. And in a lot of instances, Roblox won't even ban.
I don't think Roblox wants to get involved in that. I don't think they want to get involved in that process. Roblox is such a big gaming platform that realistically, there's no way that the company can moderate at that level. The most you could hope for, which they will never do because they're an evil corporation, is to restrict the ease of communication between players in that game. And what's more, like, keep in mind that Roblox isn't just like a game, it's like a virtual environment, right? Like, people don't really talk about Fortnite being grooming central, even though Fortnite also has proximity voice chat and anyone plays and there's a ton of kids on there, you know? And the reason for that is because Fortnite, you kind of just drop into a game and then you leave. I'm sure people are getting groomed on there, but it's not really the thing it's known for. But in Roblox, you form like fucking communities. You know, you have people with like currency-based avatars and like clothing and emotes and shit. You have like you know, there's like there's so much more there that can be used as leverage to get a hold over a person. You know, it's crazy.
And after we reach out to them regarding felony arrests. What I typically have to do is report cases to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, or go on the news to show gameplay of our decoys with the predators on Roblox. I've literally felt so lost at trying to get the attention of Roblox regarding these predators. I've created binders with all the chat logs, and I've sent it to their headquarters in San Mateo, California. This is the first time Roblox has ever directly reached me out. Instead of trying to say, hey, we want to work with you, or literally giving me a line to report these people, or simply saying, don't make these videos.
By the way, I'm going to get all like, I'm going to get British for a moment. This is an example where I think that having to provide a license to play, like a direct ID, isn't a bad idea, in my opinion. Like, I don't think you should have to be able to provide your license to like browse the fucking internet or social media or whatever, because I think there's a lot of like negative downstream shit there. But if you want, because also like social media and a lot of stuff online is kind of like mandated for living now. Not to say Twitter necessarily, but if like you can't use YouTube unless you upload your license to a private third-party server, like everyone's gonna upload their license because it's YouTube. It's like a pillar of modern life, you know. But Roblox, not so much. Like the idea of if you are, you know, like, okay, if you are like 13 or younger, maybe in Roblox you should be relegated to like separate Roblox servers where there's no voice chat and no microtransaction models. Would Roblox, the company, ever do this? No, because they're evil and they want to make money off of children stealing their parents' credit cards. But like, this is something that you could do, you know? Or you could find some way of like segmenting it so that you can have the children's internet again, one with like basically no interpersonal communication. Dude, a 10-year-old doesn't need voice chat to have fun playing a video game. I sure as shit didn't when I was 10 years old, 21 years ago. You know what I was playing? Diablo 2. The most I had was text chat in an up to 8-person server, and even that I ignored because I was too busy going up to like slash player 8 Den of the Fallen so that I could kill the first zombie boss in 112 hits and be satisfied by the amount of experience that I got in a single kill. Like, you don't, these little kids don't need communication in their games. They're just playing games, man. Fact check, you require ID and to be 18 plus to voice chat in Roblox already. I'm sure I'm not a Roblox expert. I could probably like look into how they do it. They probably don't do it the way that I would do it. They probably don't do it the way that I would do it. 13 plus for voice chat, not 18 plus. That makes more sense, but still.
Anymore, we're gonna ban you. Roblox just terminated every account I own and sent me
also,
this.
Is it like a real ID requirement or is it just like check a box? You only need a phone number to verify? Okay.
Cease and desist letter. My account Maliboomer, a family-friendly sandbox gaming theme park channel that I've run since the pandemic. This is actually my first Roblox account. One of the hats that I wore on this avatar was actually something I got at a STEM event where I met Roblox administrators. That channel, It pays my rent. Roblox has made it clear that I'm banned from ever accessing the platform again.
All right, I feel like the message in this video is getting muddled, which does kind of call into question your methods, because this seems like something that would require a lot of care and nuance, and you seem to have the mental profile of a person who's played Roblox your entire life. But no hate. I don't know. Maybe you're like a really cool guy. Either way, Roblox is evil. Subway Surface Brain. Listen. I can't be too anti-Gen Z. That's where my donos come from. He seems to be crashing out. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. That's not a correct use of the term at all. Every day I get closer to removing chat from the screen. You know that? He seems to be crashing out. You think you're better than this guy? He's doing something. What have you done with your life? No, I mean it. I'm not being facetious here. What have you done? He's got a passion. He's applying a skill set. Maybe there's some questionable decision-making in the editing of the video. What are you doing? He seems to be crashing out. You have no idea what the f*** you're talking about. Everyone likes to judge from a distance. What you don't realize is that as the streamer, I'm the one who gets that privilege. You just have to sit around and agree with whatever I say. Roblox CEO called upon to resign for banning this individual.
There is a growing issue in our country with Roblox an online gaming platform and the abuse of children, Roblox is simply not doing enough to protect our kids, to inform parents, and to go after child predators. As you know, I have been leading the fight for the full release of the Epstein files.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the interview. Of course it would be f***ing Kana. He knows his audience. He's the Silicon Valley tech guy. Issued a legal complaint. Bypassed official moderation channels. Schlep reached out to Republican Senator Ted Cruz on Twitter and then by email on Monday, advocating for political attention to the company's safety policies. Sure, why not? Hell yeah. And the Louisiana Attorney General is filing a lawsuit.
Louisiana's top prosecutor is taking on one of the most popular online sites for teens and kids, Roblox.
Attorney General Liz Murrill says the platform has become a hunting ground for predators, and now she's taking her fight to court. Perry Robinson is here with us. Perry.
Hey guys, the Attorney General says Roblox is putting kids in danger and warns the company to make changes or shut it down.
The state is taking aim at perhaps the most popular child and teen gaming site in the world. The Attorney General filed a lawsuit against Roblox, accusing the online platform of failing to protect kids from predators.
It created, curated, and perpetuated an online environment where child sex predators thrive, unite, hunt, and victimize kids.
Roblox, which launched in
I'm totally in favor of punitive action against Roblox, in some form or another, but there's like no doubt at all that this is going to get completely f***ed up. Look at this. Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill has filed a lawsuit against Roblox, accusing the popular gaming platform of enabling child exploitation, hosting explicit content, and failing to protect minors from predators. And provided from the Attorney General of Louisiana is a screenshot of the Roblox game shop with Diddy typed in. Troll, escape freaky party obby. Survive the Diddy in Area 51. The road to Diddy's. Diddy party. Freaky Diddy simulator. Official Diddy. New Midnight at Diddy's party. Diddy simulator. Nice try, Diddy. Diddy party VC. Child Labor Tycoon 3, brackets, Freaky Diddy, ... Survive Diddy, parentheses, new. Diddy's World, release. Diddy Survival. Presumably this goes on, like, ad infinitum, just forever. I have no doubt that, like, any actual pushback against Roblox would be done, not to protect children, but to enable the security and surveillance state, you know? It would lead to more censorious bullshit. It's such a difficult topic, man. I wonder how all the people on the right who are going to argue about like censoring the Diddy Quest games or whatever on Roblox are also the people complaining that the West went woke by censoring lolicon content in imported Japanese games that have been localized into the West. Remember how Asmongold did that for a while? He was like, dude, these Japanese developers are being forced to go woke from fat, black, purple-haired Western game developers. And the wokeness in question was like not showing the pussy of an 11-year-old demon succubus sprite, like alt skin character in a fighting game, you know? I don't fucking know. That's not what Asmon was defending, lol. No, I saw the video. That was explicitly what was being talked about. Like the specific video, it was about localization changes, and the changes in the game were that. So that is what was being talked about. Yeah. I don't think he explicitly referred to it in the exact terms that I did, but that was what was being described. So I don't know. Murrill criticized the platform's lack of age verification, said she wants Roblox to implement safeguards similar to Louisiana's recently passed law requiring pornography websites to verify users' ages. I guess I don't necessarily have an issue with that. I don't know. It's over for Roblox. This has 1.7
So Roblox is getting sued.
Views.
The state of Louisiana just announced that they're suing
Do they still make people who look like this? That's crazy. No hate or whatever.
Roblox for a lack of safety protocols and because Roblox seems to prioritize user growth over child safety. One of the examples given is Roblox's refusal to ban games like Bathroom Simulator. This might just be the worst year in Roblox history.
See, I don't know if that's necessarily the issue at hand, right? There's not actually that many mainstream news sources talking about this. It's all local news. Roblox is a pretty big game company.
breaking right now at 4. The state of Louisiana sues the popular gaming site Roblox.
We saw this.
Turning now to a popular game for kids and teens at the center of a lawsuit.
Roblox is accused of being a safe haven for child predators. An Oakland County mother alleging the platform is responsible for the sexual exploitation of her 10-year-old daughter.
7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham spoke with the attorney representing her and parents.
Oh, this is a separate lawsuit.
About the popular game and the risks.
This lawsuit filed against Roblox claims that there are a lack of restrictions, a lack of safety protocols, and a lack of age verification measures that cause problems for kids just trying to have fun online.
It's horrific and scary about how many victims there are out there.
Attorney Matthew Dolman represents a family from Oakland County that claims in this 82-page lawsuit, the online gaming app Roblox allowed a young girl to be sexually exploited.
So what you have is, in this case, an 8-year-old who's playing online and thinks close behind the anonymity of an online figure, it's another 8-year-old or another child close to their age, and realize this is a grown man.
He says the man built an emotional connection, gained her trust, and sent her sexually explicit images, and then encouraged.
There should just be no way, if you're young, to play a video game that has any kind of like communication function over multiplayer. You know, I'm not necessarily anti-multiplayer games for kids, but it has to be shit that has literally like no venue for communication, no text, no voice, no trade, like nothing. Like other people are just little like blips that you interact with in like a distanced, you know. Only emotes? Yeah, sure, only emotes. Probably pretty difficult to groom somebody using only emotes. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are some professionals out there that could get it done, but I feel like that would be a pretty significant handicap for most people.
Urged her to reciprocate. Dolman claims the company only cares about profit.
Their goal, their incentive was to have as many using their platform as possible, which raised their valuation, which raised their stock price, and the returns to shareholders.
That is how this system works. That's true. We have to keep rediscovering this. Every time there's a lawsuit against a corporation, part of the allegations, you know, well, they only care about profit. Yeah, dog, that's the system. It came for free with your capitalism.
When they could have put simple safety measures like just age verification, but that would have limited the amount of people on their platform.
We posed a question on our Channel 7 Facebook page, asking parents how they feel about their kids playing Roblox and what the rules are in their home. The responses vary from parents who have no problem with Roblox at all with the...
Jesus, man, look at this. They can play, but mic's off as 2 old men has attempted to reach out already. My boys are 8 and 10. I have a 11-year-old and 9-year-old that play. I have all account information so I can check it whenever I want. We go over internet safety often, meaning we explain that you don't share your last name online. You don't share your address, your city, anything that could help locate where you live. When I'm playing, I check out them. It's so crazy that parents should even have to do this. Like, it's fucking wild that we've developed systems where it's like, oh, you're a parent, you just worked your 9 to 5, you know, you've done your work today. All right, time to go through the logs of your children on Roblox today to make sure they didn't divulge your credit card information to a pedophile from, you know, Virginia. No, it's kind of their job. It shouldn't have to be, because it shouldn't even be possible. It shouldn't be possible for your idiot 8-year-old to go online and give your home address to another person. Like, it shouldn't be allowed. It's fucked up that we don't have any, like, playground internet shit. Genuinely, FromSoft was onto something with the Dark Souls message format. That's perfect. You can get your 8-year-olds to play Dark Souls, unironically. First of all, Dark Souls is probably about as difficult as Ninja Gaiden or, like, the later levels of the original Super Mario Bros. So I feel like they should be able to handle it. Or at the very least, it'll give them something to fixate over, okay? And you can't get groomed over Dark Souls. Probably.
Problem with Roblox at all with the proper oversight to zero tolerance. Kevin Nackey was willing to talk with us on camera about his son's experience.
He came out and was like, oh, Dad, look, we're playing. I'm like, who are you playing with? And he goes, oh, I don't know. He's a guy on on Roblox. And we just start. I'm like, I shut it down. I said, no, we're not doing that.
Nackey says changes are needed, which is what Dolman says the lawsuit calls for.
Give out a specific code that a child can create just for his friends to join. That we can get on the phone with mom and dad of Joey or Alex at the school that he goes to and be like, hey, this is the code for him to play with his friends.
It should be like common sense for any game that is meant to be played by children. Like the fact that this even has to be alleged in a lawsuit is insane. You know, like, oh, I have a suggestion that Roblox couldn't come up with in their billions of dollars of profit.
Nobody else can get that code.
Our goal is to cripple this company if we can. And it's an $82 billion company, so that would be almost an impossible task. But so what do you do next? We try to force systemic change.
I reached out to Roblox Corporation for comment. They sent me a statement saying, quote, "We are deeply troubled by any incident that endangers our users, and safety is a top priority. We dedicate substantial resources, including advanced technology and 24/7 human moderation to help."
All of this is culpability limiting horseshit invented by the legal department in order to avoid responsibility for what are fundamentally like ground level design failures. You know, oh yeah, we have the top AI on moderating the report system. Fuck you. You know, just make it so kids can't talk at all.
Help detect and prevent inappropriate content and behavior, including attempts to direct users off platforms where safety standards and moderation may be less stringent than ours. While no system is perfect, Roblox has implemented rigorous safeguards, including restrictions on sharing personal information, links, and user-to-user image sharing, and prohibiting sexual conversations. We also partner with law enforcement and leading child safety organizations worldwide to combat the sexual exploitation of children.
Just a total meaningless nonsense statement. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing here. Totally empty. Criticism of Roblox for its child safety measures is starting to spook investors. Good. The company's stock fell by as much as 10.6% on Friday following reports of the lawsuit. According to the company's most recent annual report, 20% of its 82 million active users are under the age of 9. Another 20% are between the ages of 9 and 12. So 40% of this 82 million, or fucking, I don't know, 33 million people or whatever, 32, 33 million people, are literally preteens, or not even. And they have no gate-kept system for just non-communication Roblox. Does an 8-year-old really need, like, text chat anyway? Like, is that really what their entertainment is hinging off of? We're talking about people, like, not even people really, like these babies who, like, most of the jokes on Bluey would go over their head, and they're supposed to sit, we're supposed to believe that when they sit down to play Roblox, they're not captivated by all of the sights and sounds unless they can also just talk to people. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I was 8 years old talking shit on DE Dust 2. No one cares. We're not talking about what you did growing up. We know you turned into a live stream viewer, okay? We're talking about whether or not it's necessary, all right? If your ass had been bored 10 or 15 years earlier, you would have been just fine at 8 years old playing the shit I was growing up playing, okay? You could have sat down and just played GoldenEye 64 and been happy with rerunning the first 2 levels over and over. I do think the Club Penguin approach of only being able to read text to people in your proximity. Well, the thing with Club Penguin, the thing that made it different, my understanding, I never played Club Penguin, but like a lot of people, I learned about it through osmosis, right? The difference is that, like, in Roblox, you have a persistent community with a very active marketplace. There are things of value to do and to trade, and there are lots of avenues and opportunities for people to build relationships on that platform, you know? Also, it's also a scale issue. Roblox is so much larger than Club Penguin ever was. Meaning that, like, it's just more difficult, you know? It's just more difficult to moderate anything. And yeah, Roblox is a lot more compartmentalized. The more compartmentalized your online world is, the easier it is for, you know, interactions to slip through the cracks. I'm your age, and there were MMORPGs with these problems when I was 10. The user base of social online games is just insanely larger now. Yeah, of course, it's always been an issue, but I think that Roblox, it's a platform targeted to children, and it's really bad about these safety measures, you know? Like, I played WoW when I was young. I played it back when I was 10, back when in 2004, when was it the beta or vanilla came out? Whatever the fuck. And I played it a lot, you know? And of course, like, people back then, I'm sure, you know, were being exploited on the platform. I think a big difference, though, and you're going to have to pardon me if I'm wrong on this, I think that people are getting much worse educations on internet safety these days. Because when I was growing up, my generation was the first generation to grow up with the internet. So my parents were like super cautious about everything because they understood, like, they had grown up with no internet. But nowadays, people are having kids and they've had the internet accessible to them for like 30 years. So to them, it's just a normal part of life. They hand their kid an iPad and they're like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Go look at YouTube, you know? Oh, kids' YouTube is boring? YouTube TV is boring? Okay, here's my account. Go crazy. You know? Now nobody knows internet safety. I was taught not to share my fucking name and address. You know, be careful about your such and such. Now people are making Twitter accounts at 8 years old with their goddamn full names because they're trying to make it big as a YouTube star or something. Nobody's tech proficient anymore. Also, the internet used to be the thing you could only access through the one home computer in the living room. That makes a big difference too. If the only time and place that a young person can access the internet is like on the family computer, you know, in the middle of the house where everyone's walking by you, that facilitates a very different like relationship with these online communities. That was me playing WoW, man. That was me, you know, the family computer got used, you know, dad would input the receipts to keep up so when the taxes get done, blah, blah, blah. You know, my mom would input, you know, some stuff, grocery listing or whatever, and I'd be like, can I play? Can I play? I want to do Molten Core. I want to do Molten Core. And then I would go on there and I'd play with the, you know, the guild. And the parents would walk by me and they'd be like, what's that? And they would point at, you know, some bullshit. I'd be like, I don't know. You get me. It was a very different environment. Nowadays, everyone's got a computer in their pocket. They've got the iPad and the iPhone, and they've got 16 computers in the house. Did your brother ever use the computer, or were you selfish? My brother wasn't much of a, like, internet nerd guy. He played sports. I know, lame, right? It was magical back then? Yeah, because you were a kid. Life can still be magical. You just have to experience new things. No nostalgia posting. Nostalgia is a fascist impulse. Never forget. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Again, I think that, what's his name? Who was the person? Schlep? Immaturity aside, you know, I think that what Schlep is doing is probably, it seems to be motivated by genuine altruism, so good there. Roblox is fucking evil. I don't know if any legislation that comes out against Roblox would actually, like, be good, or if it would just further the surveillance state, you know, feed everything into fucking Palantir. Jesus Christ, the text. God, I need to ask White Nervosa to roll back the text limit. 20 characters. Anyway, what was I saying? It was just distracting how many characters there were in that message in chat. Oh yeah, I have no idea if it's just going to end up being some Palantir bullshit, or if it's actually going to be, like, constructive towards child safety. Who knows?